I'm about to attempt my first ever sub 20 minute 5K, and I'm feeling pretty confident. Last time I went for this goal, I went out a little fast and the conditions weren't great. Like the weather conditions is snowy, icy, not great conditions for running in general. But for this sub 25K, I am gonna go out at a steady pace, and then if I'm able to, I'm gonna then speed it up at the end. But I do plan on that steady pace still being enough to get a sub 20 minute 5K. So I'm ready to get this run underway and let's see if I can do it. Alrighty, sub 25K attempt right now. 3, 2, 1.
Alrighty, here I made a mistake and turned left. It made me slow down a lot because I couldn't find a time to cross the street here because there's so many cars. Because normally I cross and then go right, but I decided to turn around here, which slowed me down a lot. So not very ideal at the start. Here I finally got on the correct side of the street that I needed to be on, and really just started to get into a rhythm here, just getting the correct pace I wanted and then holding that pace. Now this next section, not a lot happened here, just running through the park. And then right here, I start to, have some heavy breathing, but all was good because then this next section right here, this is a big downhill section. Makes it a little easier to run faster paces, and yeah, it helps with a faster 5K time. Here I'm back to just more flat, generally flat ground. Other than, it's kind of hard to tell in the video, but these sidewalks here, the bricks are super uneven and they kind of go up and down. Like, I don't know, it's not super flat. If you're not paying attention, you trip up. Not ideal. Totally forgot to mention that at this point I am over a mile into the run, but the stats for the first mile were 6:44 minute per mile, first mile, with a heart rate of 151 beats per minute. So body was getting kind of warmed up, but that slow pace of 6:44, that's just because that mix up with having to turn around and being slow trying to cross the street. So obviously gonna have to make it up in the later miles. Now at the correct time for the second mile, I ran a 6:15 mile, which is ahead of the target pace, which I was kind of planning for like a 1950 5K, and that is a 6:4 or 6:24 pace. So 6:15, it's faster than what I needed, but with that first mile being slow, obviously got to make up some of that time. And it shows with the heart rate of being 173 beats per minute. The heart is getting some work in. Now this final stretch here, this final mile is kind of hilly, with that first clip being a nice gradual hill, then here's some flats, but then right here is a kind of steeper incline. Not super ideal, but then it comes into these kind of uneven bricks here, stones, whatever you want to call them. And now it's getting real serious. I'm speeding it up as much as I can, dealing with the terrain. Final mile was a 6:12 mile with 179 beats per minute.
Come on.
This last section was hard, but let's just watch it to the end.
That's it. Official time was 19 minutes 58 seconds. Now, I will say that official time of my 5K time trial, because like I said, I ended up running a little further than a 5K, so my watch was giving the full run time, not just what I ran the 5K in. And the official time is 19 minutes and 49 seconds, which is a 6:23 per mile pace. Phenomenal. That's what putting in the work looks like. All right, back to what I was saying. Put in the work and it paid off. I was gonna do this 5K time trial all on the track, just so it was flat ground and, you know, didn't have to worry about uneven ground, hills and whatnot. And the track here is dirt, so it's better on the ankles and the knees. But we, like I said, this past month was all about this time trial, this 5K time trial, because I wanted to get a sub-20 5K, and obviously the work paid off. We got the goal accomplished, and it was hard but rewarding. And average heart rate was like 170. What was it? Let's see, 167 was the average heart rate, and there was 72 feet of elevation gain. So it was a great run, and that's the effort that is required to reach a sub-20 5K, especially when I'm out here running by myself. But don't forget that First Form, still working with them, phenomenal gear, and see you guys in the next one.